A college professor is now facing up to 18 years in prison after pleading guilty today to the drunk driving death of a Golden police officer. Thanks so much for staying with us, everyone. I'm Phil Lipoff.
I'm Kim Christensen. Stephen Gear took a plea deal for the crash that killed Officer Evan Dunn nearly 1 year ago.
Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates was in court today. He joins us now. And Kevin, this plea deal does require prison time.
Phil and Kim, both sides accepted a trade-off here. Prosecutors guaranteed, like you said, that Gear will spend time behind bars. And Gear himself avoided the possibility of a much longer prison term if he had gone to trial and been convicted on all counts. This tragedy unfolded last November 6th along Highway 58 in Golden. Police officers Evan Dunn and Bethany Grusing were at the scene of a two-car crash on that slick road. Gear approached the scene at 69 miles an hour, lost control, and slammed into the wrecked cars. They in turn hit the two officers and two other people. Dunn died at the scene, and Grusing and a woman involved in the earlier crash were seriously injured. Gear's blood alcohol level measured at twice the legal limit more than 3 hours after the crash. Today, in a hearing that lasted just 15 minutes, he pleaded guilty to vehicular homicide and vehicular assault, and several other charges were dismissed. Grusing and other officers were here for the hearing. An all-day sentencing hearing is scheduled January 21st. It's going to feature a lot of testimony, likely from police officers who were with them. And then at that point, the judge will have the option of sentencing Stephen Gear to somewhere between 4 and 18 years in prison. Live in Jefferson County, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Hey, Kevin, I'm wondering, and I'm sure many folks at home are as well, does he still work at the school?
Phil, we confirmed just in the last hour that he is no longer employed by the Colorado School of Mines. We do not have any details on whether he was terminated, whether he resigned, what happened there, but he is no longer a college professor at that school.
All right. Kevin in court today for us. Kevin, thank you.
Southwestern Colorado is bracing for more rain just hours after historic flooding swept through that area. In La Plata County, crews were making progress to reopen the hardest hit area. They're rebuilding the bridge over Vallecito Creek, which was damaged during this weekend's storms. Nearly 400 homes had to be evacuated. There are reports of almost 100 homes with water damage, and 2 are a complete loss. The town of Pagosa Springs also saw some severe flooding. The San Juan River surged, flooding areas of downtown. That includes the Springs Resort and Spa that sits next to the river. The resort says Saturday's flooding forced them to shut down 10 of their pools. Overall, though, the resort says the damage was minimal. It took all the staff on the clock or around the clock not to clean up the business.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people rolling up their sleeves and their pants, literally, to pull trees out of the water, pull chairs out of the water, and then to make it all happen for the guests.
They worked hard. By Sunday, the resort was fully up and running. Meantime, a community meeting is scheduled for 6 for residents of La Plata County, and we're going to hear more from county officials coming up on Next with Kyle Clark.
We are also keeping a pretty close eye on some mountain snow. Silverthorne, Dillon, and Frisco already got a fresh dusting today. Another wave of snow is expected tonight and overnight.
And Kathy, we know the mountains want that snow. We're still trying to deal with what happened in southwestern Colorado.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on with the weather system across Colorado in the past 24 hours after just a chilly gray day. Look at now. We've got clearing skies, a decent drive underway now as folks are heading home. Blue skies over downtown Denver this hour. Temperatures ran some 10 to 15 degrees cooler than average, but now a bit of a break. Still the chance of an isolated rain shower in Denver and a little more snow. It was snowing in Buena Vista a couple of hours ago, where temperatures this afternoon have held in the 50s. 61 here at the studios, 54 at DIA. That's a good 10 to 15 degrees cooler than average, and about 10 to 20 degrees cooler this hour than we were 24 hours ago. The winds out of the southwest continue to pump moisture into Colorado, into areas dealing with that extensive flooding. Showers moving from the southwest to the northeast now. Fort Morgan, Sterling, into Julesburg, so focusing now on southwestern Colorado as additional rainfall is expected this evening. So the flood watch will continue out overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And the areas highlighted in green, we're already seeing some flooding issues with that additional 1 to 3 inches of rain today on top of the 3 to 6 we've seen in the past 36 hours. A shower possible in Denver late tonight. And then, yep, we're going to get some sunshine and a nice warming trend. If you're headed out, grab a light jacket. Temperatures stay in the 50s and there may be a sprinkle. But coming up, I've got you sunshine and 70s tomorrow ahead of the next storm and round of mountain snow. The timing and impact is just ahead.
2 men have now been sentenced for the murder of a beloved Wheat Ridge jewelry store owner. Police say Charles Shea and Michael McCormick robbed Peter Arguello's shop back in November of 2023. During that robbery, police say Arguello was kidnapped, beaten, and shot to death. Last month, Shea was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for first-degree murder. Today, McCormick was sentenced to 75 years in prison on charges of felony murder and aggravated robbery.
A man is in custody tonight after 2 separate shootings in Clear Creek County last week. Deputies arrested Justin Sanders after reports of shots fired just hours apart. The first around the Western Inn mobile home park near Demont, where bullets hit a home with 2 people inside. No one was hurt. A few hours later, deputies tracked Sanders to a hotel in Georgetown, where they say he fired shots from a balcony toward someone in the parking lot. That person was not hurt. Sanders was arrested. He's now facing multiple charges, including attempted murder and firing a weapon while under the influence. We're getting a new look tonight at some of the damage left behind at the Caribou Village Shopping Center in Netherland. The strip mall area closed last week after caught fire, destroying almost 20 businesses. The B&F Mountain Market near the center is the only major supermarket in town. It had to close while investigators checked for water or smoke damage. It opened to the public again yesterday.
State officials are now considering some new rules for tourist mines almost a year after a deadly elevator accident at a Teller County attraction. In October of last year, a malfunction at the Molly Kathleen Gold Mine killed a tour guide and left 12 people trapped about 1,000 feet underground for hours. An investigation found the accident was caused by an operational error. A door on the elevator wasn't properly latched. Now the Colorado Department of Natural Resources is proposing stricter oversight. New rules would require elevator certification, more inspections, better record keeping, and improved communication systems at tourist mines.
The Colorado Parks and Wildlife Commission unanimously voted to reimburse ranchers who care for their own livestock injured by wolves under the direction of a veterinarian. The issue came about from North Park rancher Don Gettleson. 9 News spoke to him this spring as he sought $435 from the state for the work he did caring for his cow injured by a wolf. CPW staff recommended his claim should be denied. State regulations allowed ranchers to get reimbursed up to $15,000 for vet bills if the doctor did the work, but not if the rancher treated livestock under the direction of a vet. The state worried this was not cost effective. This change, though, goes into effect in December.